With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
We went through about half of that with the mics unplugged. So, 3 minutes into qualifying. How you doing? How you feeling out here in Raceland, TV fans? Never mind. We're just going to skip it all. Richard Reimuller, top of the speed charts right now. Quick time on the track set by a Gen 6 class driver. 27:33 on the speed charts for Reimuller. Ryan Johnson going to go second here in qualifying. Upwards of 30 drivers hitting the track here tonight. Big shout out to Adam Taylor. That 00, you seen his name on screen just a moment ago. He is your race control and admin for the night here at ISM Raceway. Track temperature, as we showed you earlier, also 107 degrees, so drivers going to have to contend with a very hot track, very slick track at a very tough already racetrack to conquer under the desert sun. We're going to kick things off for race number 5 here in the split decision into being Triple Threat Series. Looks like most of your top 10 are those Gen 6 drivers. Do have a few mixed in from here and there from on out. Joshua Salcy taking the Next Gen Cup win last week, as well as Chase Berry in those Xfinity cars. Jorge Canales right there taking that Truck Series race win. Canales sits in 14. He's got his fast Ford F-150 up inside the top 15 for his qualifying efforts. Just a handful of drivers still left to go out there and put a time lap in. 5 minutes into tonight's into being Triple Threat Series. If you haven't already, if you're in the medical device workings, I should say, if you got something that can innovate, something that can change the game, and even if it may be just to improve a medical device out there that's already pre-existing into being as a medical device prototyping and consulting firm based up there in Michigan, working with you to help you get through all the red tape, all the loopholes that sometimes you got to crawl through, all the way from the conceptions of the ideas, all the way through getting through those regulatory pathways and things of that nature on the legal side of things. Everything you'll have to do to get your medical device into the working space and into the workforce. So if you're looking for a place to try to give you a little bit of help along the way, check out Into Being. 6 minutes down, 4 to go here in this 10-minute qualifying session, and Richard Reimuller looks like he's going to put that 92 on the pole position. Only one Cup driver out there yet to put in a qualifying lap. The 81 of Joshua Salcy still sits down there on pit road. Matt Kopp, as well as Nathan Manwaring, Adam Benefiel, Vinny Tabby. He's the last driver on the speed charts in 26th position right now. Michael Hayward still yet to put in his time lap in his Xfinity Ford Mustang. And it doesn't appear like anybody's really too concerned about going and putting in another time lap. And just as I say that, there goes the 56 of Nathan Manwaring. He's going to go ahead and jump on board. Manwaring going to put his machine out on the track, see if he can't move himself inside the top 15 at least. Well, with no real action on the track, what do you say we go ahead and see if we can't catch up? And no, he's got some issues coming off of the pit road. He's going to spin it around, have to reset. He'll retry this with just 3 minutes remaining here tonight in this 10-minute qualifying session for the split decision racing Into Being Triple Threat. And man, kind of an eerie feeling here at Phoenix Track. Very quiet, not a lot of happenings out there. You see the stands a little bit empty. Everybody already running to the concession stands and to the bathroom because you don't want to miss any bit of this 95-minute timed event here in the Split Decision Racing's Into Being Triple Threat Series. That's right, lap count does not matter. What matters is the stopwatch clicking down second by second. How many time lapse will these drivers be able to put in this 95-minute timed event? If you want to have a chance to win Dave's dollars here in the next coming weeks, see if you can get a little practice in here tonight. Head on over to the YouTube chat. Put in your estimate, your guess, if you will. And things will kick off for Dave's dollars here. Last time we were here, we said in 3 weeks. So we've got 2 more weeks to go before we start that tonight in 2 more weeks. And we'll be ready to roll with Dave's dollars once again here in season number 2 for Split Decisions Racing's Into Being Triple Threat. Susie going to go out there on the track, the 81. I tell you what, why don't we get trackside, show a little bit of the qualifying action here tonight. I believe this is just the up-to-speed lap, and he's only going to have, whoa, and big-time slide. That's going to put an end to his qualifying session. And that's going to be about it there for Susie. Not going to get in a time lap with just about 45 seconds remaining here tonight. Looks like Richard Mueller going to take the pole position here tonight. With that happening, we're going to go ahead and step away for just a brief commercial break, then head trackside for your national anthem. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
iRacing, you wanted the best, you got them 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the boats bursting out, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And back at the track, we are ready to go. Green flag racing. Looks like all the drivers have made it through pre-race inspection, and you can hear those bells in the background. It's time to run down tonight's official starting lineup here for race number 5 in the Split Decision Racing's Into Being Triple Threat Series. Rolling off pole position inside row number 1, the 92 of Richard Mueller. Ryan Johnson just to his outside, Lucas Gortman, John Nichols going to make up row number 2. Row number 3 here tonight, Dave Gilbert, Nate Johnson, Andy Turner, and Galen McCarthy back in row 4. Row number 5 tonight, the 10 of Luke Smith, the 77 of Thomas Myers. Justin Gibbs and Chris Wheeler back in row 6. Row 7 here tonight belongs to Tyler Rush and John Humphrey. Josh Weaver and Jorge Canales back in 16th, 17th spot tonight belongs to William Klingbeil. Pace car gonna duck off. There's the rest of your running order. And we're set to go. Green flag racing for the first time. Field across the restart line, and green flag flies here under the Desert Sun ISM Raceway, and we are underway. A very quick start here at Phoenix, and we've got drivers passing for position all over the place. Tyler Rush getting by Justin Gibbs, and Gibbs goes around. Gibbs has an issue. No caution flags here in split decision into being triple threat series unless it jams up the raceway, unless it involves multiple cars. We will not see those caution flags fly. That's right, road course racing rules, endurance racing aspect here in the split decision racing league. And here with that triple threat series, that's part of it. You just got to get on it. It's an endurance race, 95-minute time limit, lap count don't matter. You got 3 classes of NASCARs all out there. Is that a word, NASCARs? Anyways, you got 3 different classes of tin tops, the heavy tops, if you will. American racing, the NASCAR style cars, all out there on the track running with each other. That's a little take like from the IMSA kind of feel of things, with the multiple classes all on the track all at one time. And if you've been a fan or been around a while watching these split decision racing drivers, you know there is not a clear-cut advantage throughout the field. We do see typically those cup cars run a little bit better than most, but how about Kayla McCarthy? Let's talk about this Exalta 24 machine. She's leading the Xfinity class, and she's the only Xfinity driver inside of your top 10. Heck of a run here tonight by the Chevy Camaro, piloted by Kayla McCarthy, Texas native, gonna try to do a 2-step here tonight in the desert in Arizona. Adam Benefield getting by Mark Ackerman towards the tail end of the field. That's for 26th. Ackerman now falling even further back all the way to 27th as Nathan Manwaring gets by. Joshua Susi gets past Patrick Anderson. That's going to be for 20th. Justin Gibbs recovering. Now on a march towards the front. He's up in 30th. Going to jump around the track just a little bit, trying to bring you some more of the racing action. There you see drivers all cutting the dog leg here. Tonight we are at the 2012 Open Dog Leg ISM Phoenix Raceway. That's right. It's going to get hot and heavy here tonight under this desert sun. Which one of these drivers is going to be able to keep the machine clean? Because we've all seen it. We all know Phoenix, pretty tough little place to get around. Jump around, watch a few of these drivers all battle it out with each other. We've got 3 of them all hooked up right there. There you can see that 7088 in the 10 of Luke Smith. Excuse me, Luke Smith in that crush number 10. Trying to work the bottom of the racetrack. He's got a, I don't want to say a slow forward of Nate Johnson, but Johnson struggling a little bit there through turn number 1. The 10 was all over his rear deck, led now back into turn number 3. Smith gonna look to the bottom of Johnson. Johnson trying to put his into being machine inside the top 5. He's gonna look for a spot now on Dave Gilbert. Close, tight little battle right here. As there you can see Dave Gilbert is going to flash by Nate Johnson, Luke Smith, Thomas Myers in 77. He's right here knocking on the door of that battle. Chris Wheeler, Tyler Rush go door to door through. Oh, there you can see him to the outside wall. I believe that was the 22 of Wheeler, and it was Rush going to take that 11th spot away. Way up the track in the center of the corner goes Thomas Myers. Mike Wayward making a pass on Mark Ackerman for the 28th position. So Ackerman having some troubles here tonight. Do want to give a big time shout out to sponsor here in Split Decision Racing's into being Triple Threat Series. Big time shout out to Into Being for all they do here all season long throughout the year, being one of the title sponsors here this season. Big time shout out to them and everything that they've done, not just through the course of last year, but staying the course, stepping up, staying on board this time around as well. Ackerman Aviation Group, also one of the sponsors here in the Split Decision Racing Into Being Triple Threat Series. Big time shout out to Ackerman Aviation Group, based out of, I believe that is Texas. Things beginning to sort themselves out towards the front of the field. Ryan Mueller has opened up the gap on his pole position. He's now 2.5 seconds out in front of Ryan Johnson, but Tiny Horse has got a rear view mirror of the 17 of Lucas Gortman, and Gortman has got John Nichols all over him. What do you say? Get a little closer to the action. Ryan Mueller already putting drivers one lap down. Mark Ackerman back in the 30th position, listed one lap down here, as well as Richard Crane. So drivers already falling behind the 8 ball a little bit early here tonight at Phoenix Raceway. That's right, ISM hosting race number 5. Tyler Rush looking to make up a few more positions. He sits in the 11th spot, trying to gain a spot inside the top 10. But how about Joshua Sousey? He's driven from the back of the field all the way up now inside the top 15. Sousey sits in 12th. Little battle right here between Truck Series drivers, Xfinity drivers right there as well. There you can see that 41 machine of John Nichols, and I apologize, Nichols in a Gen 6 car. Had to take a look at those rims there. Check out those pretty white rally rims on that 17. Lucas Gortman doing it big and doing it in style here tonight from Phoenix. Ooh, almost 3 wide there, as the 47 of Justin Gibbs causes a bit of a stack up slow here after an early spin for Gibbs. And he's going to try to just keep his head down, elbows up now. Just 23 drivers left on the lead lap. What do you say we go up, check in with your race leader? There you can see the 92 of Richard Ryan Mueller leading the field, leading the pack of the Gen 6 series. Came into tonight's as last week's class and overall race winner. Came into tonight leading the Cup class points. And he's looking to solidify that points lead a little bit further out. He's only got 3 positions, 3 points. Ahead of Luke Smith. Nate Johnson right there, just 7 points back. So very close battle through 4 races so far this season. Race number 3 did not count as far as the points were concerned. That was a fun run at Bristol Motor Speedway on the dirt. It was a fun night. Got to race some of the boys out there on the track week in and week out that bring you some of this amazing, great multi-class racing action Here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, you're watching Split Decisions Racing into being Triple Threat. John Nichols hounding Lucas Gortman. He's going to take that position away. Some drivers moving around a little bit. And oh, looks like some trouble for the 88 of Nate Johnson. You see the right side of his into being sponsored 88. Scraped up, beat up, banged up very early here tonight. We still have just about 85 minutes remaining here tonight. 10 minutes already clicking off of the stopwatch. Drivers putting down a pretty quick pace here, getting around last time around the track. Your race leader, your pole your points leader, Richard Reimuller, lays down a 28.75, and it looks like Ryan Johnson going a tick faster with a 28.72. Fastest time around last time around, though. That'd be long to Luke Smith with a 28.82. Joshua Sousey running a 28.91. 28.94 this time around for Sousey. The 11 of Josh McKinney going to work to the high side of the track in his Gander Outdoor Chevy Silverado. Trying to run down, trying to chase down the fast forward of Josh Beaver. Beaver just off in front of him in the 18 machine. Further up in front, Jorge Canela is battling with Thomas Teagan right now. That's going to be for the 20th position. We're going to have to check throughout the field here very shortly, but let's run up here. What do you say we come check out this little battle? You can see Keith Fonseca in the 61 Chevy Camaro just off in front of Jorge Canales, who looks like he is leading the truck class. We're going to have to work our way a little bit further up through the field here, double check on a few things. Let's check out that 4 of John Humphreys. There you can see that flat black number 4 sitting in the 16th position. That is your truck class leader right now, sitting just outside the top 15 with a good little distance away from his closest competitor. Jorge Canales sitting in the 20th spot. We will run a little closer to the field, check in with some of the other class leaders. Well, you already know who's at the front of the field. There you can see pole sitter, the 92 of Richard Reimuller, leads everybody here tonight at Phoenix. Back to your first Xfinity car on the track. Caleb McCarthy getting it done. Spoiling the show here, not allowing it to be a top 10, a solid top 10 of Gen 6 cars out there piloting that Xfinity car. Can she put the Exalta 24 in victory lane for her respective class? McCarthy ran well all season long last year, came up a little bit shy for the season championship. But McCarthy looking to have a solid run this season. She sits in 5th. Closing in on what would be a pass for the 5th position on track now, as she is breathing down the rear deck lid of the 17 of Lucas Gortman. Gortman slowed on the track just a little bit, and Joshua Sousey right there as well. The 81 has now gained 20 spots tonight. He's up inside the top 10, and he's looking for more. Look for that 10. Look for the 81 of Sousey to be right there, knocking on the door of that top 3 here very shortly. Fast lap times for the 81. Gonna get rid of some of the bottom graphics here for just a brief moment as we begin to put down some of the time off of the stopwatch. Gonna throw a little cheat sheet out there for you. Gonna allow you to kind of get an inside look on how the lap count is looking. We're gonna go ahead and get rid of that graphic for you. Throw up the lap count. 32 laps into tonight's race already on the board, and we are just barely 20. Well, we're not even 20 minutes into tonight's race just yet. Drivers putting down 32 laps. What do you think? What do you know? See if you can put it down in the YouTube chat. You got to make it official over here on the YouTube side of things. Check in on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Go over to the comments. Can you win Dave's Dollars here on Friday nights with the Split Decision Racing into being Triple Threat Series? All you gotta do is guess the right amount of laps that these drivers are gonna be able to put down in the 95-minute timed event. If you can guess it right, well, you'll find yourself with a little bit of a care package from myself. That's right, Dave in the Cave. Gonna send you Dave's Dollars if you can get that guess correct. I'll tell you what, to kick things off here in race number 5. Why don't we go ahead and say we've seen moments ago 32 laps. So let's see, do some predictive math and thinking here. I'm gonna say we're gonna get 168. Gotta make it official. There it is. Dave's Dollars has got a guess. Hopefully I can keep my own money. All right, back to the action, back to the racetrack. Richard Brian Mueller has opened up the gap at the front of the field, leading the Gen 6 class, leading the overall race right now. Ryan Mueller with a 2.5-second advantage over Ryan Johnson. Johnson having multiple seconds himself over third place runner John Nichols. Nichols has got a substantial amount of gap and distance back to Kayla McCarthy. McCarthy now sitting in 4th position, and she's got a lot of drivers right behind her. Oh, the 71 goes around. Jorge Canales having some trouble. He is going to head to pit road. Oh, no, Canales not going to be. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to repeat last week's class win here tonight at Phoenix. We will have to wait to see if it was just a quick jump, a quick toe to pit road for Jorge, or if he's going to be down there for quite a substantial amount of time. Going to give up a ton of track time to John Humphrey, who's leading the truck class out there, running inside the top 15. In the 14th position, as we have got green flag pit stops now underway. Lucas Gortman, Jeffrey Ramsdale, Patrick Anderson all coming to pit road right at 20 minutes into tonight's race. So driver going to have to make multiple stops. And you know, that's the other thing you got to think of, and you got to remember here, we've got stage breaks. That's right, stage breaks to this endurance style event here. Last season we had ourselves one short mid-session break. We've now added a second break, so we're gonna split things up. 30 minutes in, we'll have ourselves a little bit of a break. Let some of these drivers reset, get with the crew chiefs, and try to make sure they can figure things out. We are just about 10 minutes away from that, so drivers not being able to run a full stage on a full fuel tank. Gonna need at least 1.5 to make it to the end of these stages before they're allowed to come back down to pit road. So how will that play into strategy? We'll have to keep our eye on that one as we continue to run here tonight multiple laps deep into tonight's race. Going to jump around the track, see if we can't find some battles out there while we have these green flag pit stops underway. A lot of drivers being listed off of the lead lap there. You can see it to the left-hand side of your screen. Only 8 drivers now left on the lead lap. Thomas Myers listed as the last driver on the lead lap, as Andy Turner, I think, is going to go to pit road this time by. And Richard Reimmuller, he's going to continue to stay out on the track, continue to try to trap as many drivers down the lap as he can, even with the stage break coming up in just about 10 minutes. More drivers to pit road. Luke Smith, Thomas Myers, Andy Turner, Josh Beaver, as well as John Humphrey. They all head to pit road this time around, making his way off of pit road in 12 with Michael Hayward. And this has got the entire field all sorts of shooken up and out of shape. Wheeler down on the apron, cutting the dog leg there. William Klingbeil going to bring the 83 down to pit road for service and tires. Your top 5 still yet to pit here tonight. Last driver on the lead lap, Caleb Carthy in that Exalta 24. She's sitting about a half a lap down from your race leader right now. When will she come to pit road? Looks like the 88 is down onto pit road. Nate Johnson pulling the into being Ford Mustang down pit road for surface and tires, and contact between Gilbert and the 9. More contact between those drivers and Gilbert. The 9 and the 97 go around. Oh my gosh. No caution. We stay green flag racing. Oh my goodness. Let's go back and take one quick look here. And there's the contact between Gilbert and the 9 of Adam Benefield, and then just kind of a victim of circumstance, the 97, nowhere to go. Jeffrey Ramsdell gets caught up and involved in this. We'll go back live at the front of the field. Once again, Richard Reimmuller leading the pack of drivers. There's the 9 of Adam Benefield. Benefield trying to get one of his multiple laps back. He's listed 5 laps down from your race leader. And that's going to be quite a bit to overcome. And what happened to Reimmuller? He's got a banged up right side. He may have been into the outside wall. Still remain on the lead lap as we begin to close in on that 30-minute mark. Less than 7 minutes now remain before we will get that stage break, the first stage break here tonight at Phoenix Raceway for the Split Decision Racing's Into Being Triple Threat Series. Big shout out to all the fans in the stands and all the fans watching all over the U.S. as well as the world. Do appreciate all of you catching up. Good to see some of my good Thunder buddies, as I like to call them, the Thunder from Down Under, checking in over there through some of the different networks and programming platforms. You can find us on YouTube as well as Twitch, Facebook as well, right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. If you're looking for some great racing action, look no further. You've got it right here. Multi-class racing here on Friday nights for the Split Decision Racing's Into Being Triple Threat Series. And again, we are trackside after having a great race at the Daytona Road Course. Phoenix putting on a show here. Richard Reimmuller dominating the moment, walking away with the pole position, has walked away from the field. Gap was above 2 seconds. Now Ryan Johnson really beginning to reel in Reimmuller. His gap is going to dissipate. It is going to go away. Johnson has found a ton of pace. Johnson with nowhere to go with back markers, different class cars all out there in front of him, all lined up in between himself and the 92 of Richard Reimuller. And as he gets past them, he's going to gain another chunk on Reimuller through 3 and 4 that time around, as Reimuller battles and deals with the Fast 4 Chevy Silverado of John Humphrey. Humphrey leading that truck class for the time being. Let's see how well it pans out for him. Pitting already here tonight, just a handful of drivers left to hit pit road. Joshua Sousey as well as Kayla McCarthy down to pit lane. This time around, Mark Ackerman also back to pit road. Crazy racing action all over the racetrack. There you can see beaten, damaged cars here. 17 of Lucas Gordon trying to make his way around one of the Truck Series drivers. Trying to gain a few spots, trying to gain and pick up some positions. John Nichols hanging strong out there on much older tires. That is a big train of drivers with fresh tires. Track trying to go by the drivers that are still out there running with those initial tires that they started tonight's race with. Nathan Maywearing back there in the 12th position, up 18 spots from where he started, all the way back in the 30th position. He is yet to come to pit road. He sits in 13th. Top 2 on the racetrack now, Ryan Johnson and Richard Reimuller yet to hit pit road. Through lap traffic, Ryan Johnson snatched the race lead. John Nichols on the pit road. Let's go back and take a look at the pass for the race lead. There you can see Johnson all over Reimuller as Reimuller struggled to get by some of the trucks back in the distance. Taking advantage of the situation, the 38 powers around the inside and takes that top spot away. We'll jump back live once again with what very well may end up being your Gen 6 class race leader, the overall race leader. Tyler Rush has got to get around Richard Reimuller and Ryan Johnson, both down and away. Reimuller still down on pit road. Down, out, and away goes Reimuller, and he's going to lose a ton of positions, a ton of track time. He's going to fall all the way outside of your top 5, all the way back to the 6th position, as Ryan Johnson going to lose 2 spots. He'll fall back to 3rd. As we get closer to this stage break, drivers are going to have the benefit of getting one of their laps down to their respected class leaders. So things could get pretty interesting with the field already having to come down to pit road and get tires before the end of stage number 1. How many of these drivers that are maybe 2, 3 laps down, how many of them go ahead and stay out right now, get a lap back under caution, get their lap back for a wave around, and then by staying out, then find themselves either back on the lead lap or just 1, possibly 2 laps down, with still a very long way to go in tonight's race. We'll have to see how all of the strategy pays out, but Tyler Rush did indeed get up and around Ryan Johnson. Lucas Gortman, the 17, right there looking to the inside, all over the apron, trying to get the power down out of turn number 3. He's going to give up a ton as they head back to 1. And there's the stage break as we were almost gonna go 3 wide for the race lead. Ryan Johnson was able to almost get by Lucas Gortman. I believe they did give him that position at the scoring line. So Ryan Johnson back to the second spot, and what a run there, what a strategy by Tyler Rush. He came to pit road back on lap number 33. Ryan Johnson to pit road, lap 56. So a 23 lap difference on the tires. You know Tyler's coming to pit road under this stage break. But will it pull Ryan Johnson down pit road? They're only on about lap 60 or so. We'll have to check the math here in just a brief moment. And as we find ourselves back behind the iRacing pace car for the first time here tonight for stage break number 1, pit road should or may get a little bit busy. And we're going to step away for a few moments, catch a few sponsor and commercial breaks. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be back at ISM Raceway with all your green flag action right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams, race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Under 60 minutes remaining tonight from Phoenix. We'll get ready to go this time around. Ryan Johnson staying out on the track under this stage break. He'll have Lucas Gortman, Luke Smith, as well as Tyler Rush right there. And oh no, we're going to extend the caution one more time here. Looks like we're going to have a few more drivers getting one more wave around here. Looks like that is the only car that's going to receive a wave around. As we were saying, though, Kayla McCarthy stepping up, going to tackle the next-gen car. As we rode around the track there for a brief moment inside of that 24, you could see the much different dash inside of that Gen 6 Chevy ZL1 Camaro. McCarthy running well. Patrick Anderson, your top running Xfinity class driver. And John Humphrey sitting back in the 15th position. That's your highest running truck class driver. Or is it? Vinny Tabby. Let's check in with Tabby. Tabby last year was in a truck, and he is in a truck once again. Looks like he's got a penalty. He's going to go to the rear of the field.
well.
Let's jump back up front with your race leader as the pace car ducks off. Single file restarts here in the split decision racing into being triple threat series, and green flag flies once again here at Phoenix. Driver's gonna fan out as your top three absolutely took off. It's gonna take a lot to run them down, and he's got drivers all stacked up, running side by side with each other, already behind the 8-ball as Ryan Johnson nailed the loud pedal. He stepped off. He's got a half a second over Lucas Gortman, who's got a half a second on Luke Smith. 1.5 seconds back from Smith to Tyler Rush, sitting in the 4th spot. Another half a second back to Andy Turner. There you can see Caleb McCarthy in that 2-4 Exalted machine, trying to keep it powered up and get a spot back inside the top 5. Joshua Southey all over her rear deck lid right now. John Nichols, Richard Reimuller running in line. Gonna go back, check out this 99 of Patrick Anderson, because he's got drivers all over him. 61 goes way up the track. John Humphrey, highest running truck class driver, all in the slipstream in that draft of that Xfinity machine. That's what's keeping him in touch with the drivers in front of him, as we've got a cup car going to the outside. That was the 88 of Nate Johnson, gonna get himself back up and around, grab some track position away from Patrick Anderson. We'll jump around the track just a little bit more here tonight, as we have found ourselves with a few battles to speak of here after the stage break. Dave Gilbert, last driver on the lead lap, trying to run down Nate Johnson. Joshua Southey right here in that 81 machine, trying to run down the 41 of John Nichols. Richard Reimuller, your pole sitter, early race leader. There you can see that 92 machine just off in the background, running now in the 8th spot. So coming to pit road under that caution has caused Reimuller some trouble. You see, looking to the bottom of Tyler, while Tyler Rush looks to make up a spot on the outside. And here comes Ryan Mueller to the inside of the 27, cutting the dog leg. They'll head back into turn number 3, all stacked up right here, running behind the 24 of Caleb McCarthy, John Nichols, Joshua Susie, as well as Tyler Rush, Richard Reimuller. Andy Turner gonna make his way into the mix. As this battle rages on, let's go up to the front of the field, because we've got a battle going on for the top spot. Ryan Johnson has company. Lucas Gortman in the 17 has arrived on the scene, and Luke Smith right there hanging on to the draft. He's going to try to run down those top 2 drivers. Smith sitting just about 0.8 of a second off of Gortman, as Gortman continues to hound that 38. I do believe we have one of those onboard racers, so what do you say? We jump on board with the 17 of Lucas Gortman. Gonna go to one of our gyro cams. There you can hear him feathering, working the throttle off of the corner exit, trying to run down the Taz Motorsports sponsored 38 of Ryan Johnson. You can see Johnson drift up the track just a little bit there in 3. He comes off of that yellow line, and look at the gain right there for Lucas Gortman. I think that is where he is much faster than your race leader right now. Last time around, Gortman running a 28-27. That's just a tick faster than your race leader, Ryan Johnson. Lap traffic coming into play that time around. Great camera work, great camera shot. Do want to give a big time shout out to all the crews, drivers, and drivers allowing us to put some of these great onboard camera shots on the machines, letting us come in, work on them under their supervision, of course, making sure we don't mess anything up inside the car that would make any of these drivers uncomfortable. How about this battle, man? I'm telling you, up at the front of this field, Ryan Johnson, he has got a rear view mirror full right now. Take a look back down the left side. There you can see Ryan Johnson. He's got Lucas Gortman all over him. Look back off of Ryan Johnson's 38 machine as now Gortman gonna look to the inside. Will he grab that top spot away side by side? They'll head back into turn 3. Johnson's gonna keep the spot for now. And with just 35 minutes remaining, that's when we should see this second stage break come into play. It's just about 13 minutes away. Drivers have been putting down a ferocious, fast pace here tonight. Ryan Johnson already back into some of those back markers, putting some of the truck class drivers down multiple laps here tonight. Has been the front of the field. These Gen 6 cars really seem to like this configuration here at ISM Raceway. Phoenix putting on a show here for race number 5 in the split decision racing into being a triple threat series. Johnson continues to lead. Lucas Gortman, Luke Smith back in third. Fourth place goes to John Nichols, Joshua Sousey, rounding out your top 5 highest running Xfinity class drivers sitting in the 99 Chevy Camaro. Patrick Anderson going to sit in 13th. Keith Fonseca right there in the 61 Chevy Camaro as well. Michael Kitchell back here in the 48 Ford Mustang. And John Humphrey, your highest running truck class driver, he's sitting back in 16th. Racing action here at the front of the field. Ryan Johnson still leading Lucas Gortman for the time being. Let's jump back to another battle, 3-car battle on the raceway. Might as well include a few more, as that's actually John Nichols, Joshua Sousey, as well as Richard Mueller, Caleb McCarthy, and Tyler Rush hanging on to the tail end of this pack in his 27 Turtle Shell Designs G6 machine. Rush looking to gain a little bit of pace, get himself back up inside your top 5. '97 involved in an early race incident. Jeffrey Ramsdell has been in damage control ever since. '97 just out there fighting for every little bit of a point that he can somehow steal and snuff away from tonight's race number 5 here in season number 2 for the split decision racing into being triple threat series. Right at 50 minutes into tonight's race, so just 10 minutes away from seeing our second stage break. We will have a final 35-minute run to the end. Speaking of run to the end, let's check in on that lap count. What do you say, race fans? Curious about it? Let's see if you're anywhere close on your Dave's Dollar guess. Would you be close to walking away with some money here tonight? 92 laps into tonight's 95-minute timed event. How many laps will these drivers be able to put it down over there in the YouTube chat of things? Got to make it official so we can go back, look at it, and assure who walked away with Dave's dollars right here in the Split Decision Racing, the Into Being Triple Threat Series. I said these drivers would get 168 laps, and they have got to put down about 70 plus laps. And I believe I may have overshot that just a little bit. Nonetheless, we'll throw your regular timing and scoring over there to the left-hand side of your screen once again for you to follow along with your favorite driver, your favorite class out here week in, week out, every Friday night on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And if you haven't already, don't forget to help that push to 3,000. Drop these drivers the thumbs up they deserve. Click subscribe and smash that bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the track, we do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. And now under that 10-minute go mark before we have our second stage break, when we see drivers hit pit road, we've seen them have to come down pit road and 37 hard into the outside wall. The 37 has some big-time issues. He is going to nail that outside wall. I believe that was coming out of turn number 3. Mark Ackerman, tough break here tonight. Hard impact into that outside wall. Do want to report in on a few things here tonight. Let's run down a little bit of house cleaning tonight's race. We featured 31 drivers on the starting grid. We have still got 28 out there on the track with just a handful left on the lead lap only. Oh my gosh, what an impact. Oh my. 41 of John Nichols absolutely pancakes the outside wall. Let's take a look at this. Oh my gosh, and the car just, it literally just turned like dead to the side. Let's take one more look at this. Oh my gosh. That is a hard hit for that Exalta 41. He is down to pit road, and well, we kind of know why. Man, that was a hard hit. How about race leader close to putting down the driver sitting second in the Xfinity class, running back in the 13th position. My goodness. Fonseca falling a second lap down now. Wow. Only 10 drivers now left on the lead lap as a race leader. Ryan Johnson has been able to separate himself from Lucas Gortman. Gortman was right there, breathing down his neck lap after lap. Unfortunately, not able to snatch that spot away. Joshua Southey has since gotten by Luke Smith for the third position on track. It's a Chevy Ford show at your front four. Gonna jump around the track a little bit once again. There you can see Tyler Rush trying to run back down Richard Reimuller. Rush sitting about 1 second back from Reimuller right now, and he's gonna have to be looking in the rear view mirror because Ryan Johnson is on a tear right now. Johnson not very far off, running down. Drivers inside of the top 10. Dave Gilbert listed as the last driver in the top 10. We've seen that 7 have some issues in the first segment. Second segment seems to be a little bit better for him. Now with just under 5 minutes to go on the stopwatch, we will see our second stage break here very, very shortly. And then we will set things up with a great run to the end for a final 35-minute quick little sprint in this 95-minute time. Multiple drivers having some issues here. Multiple drivers caught out, caught one lap down to a very fast front of the field. Your top 10 kind of in a world of their own, as Thomas Myers listed as, oh, and contact the 12! Contact with the 12 of Michael Hayward. He's back up on the track. Back down across, and that, I believe, was the 97 of Jeffrey Ramsdell that was caught up and involved in this one. Let's take a look back, see what happened here. See the 12 up the track. He gets a little loose and then tries to catch it right in to that 97. Oh, and back. Hard impact with the outside wall right at that Goodyear tire sponsor on the wall. Indeed, coming to pit road. Cutting the track very, very close here. Hard impact for the driver inside the 12. Michael Hayward has issues here from Phoenix. Smooth sailing for your race leader, Ryan Johnson, but Joshua Soucy closing in. Now can Soucy get that 81 up there? He's gained 25 positions in the race so far here tonight, driving from the back to the front with less than 3 minutes remaining here in the second stage. Will he be able to get to him? I think he's going to run him down. I don't think he's going to be able to complete the pass before the end of this second stage. This second segment running a little bit shorter on the stopwatch. So drivers may be able to push the envelope, may be able to stay out there for an entire fuel run. And if they're able to do that, I do believe they're going to be able to stay out for the entire final segment of tonight's race here in split decision racing, get into the triple threat. Johnson with a commanding lead, now 1.2 seconds back to Joshua Soucy, who sits in second. Lucas Gortman right there. Luke Smith back and forth with Richard Reimmuller rounding out your top 5. Highest running Xfinity class driver sitting outside of your top 10. He runs in the 12th position, Patrick Anderson. Running well here tonight. He leads the Xfinity class back in 12th, although he is off of the lead lap, still in a spot to walk away with the class win. First driver listed 2 laps down is that 99 of Anderson. Keith Fonseca right there in the 61. Michael Gitchell as well as William Klingbeil. John Humphrey leads the pack of truck drivers here tonight from Phoenix Raceway in race number 5. About this with just about 30 seconds remaining before that stage break caution flag flies. Richard Reimmuller is going to be in his pit box or on pit road right now, and it looks like Reimuller's going to fall off of the lead lap with this move. I don't know. He's going to be able to get at least a lap back under the caution, as there that caution flag flies just past the 60-minute mark. We've got 35 minutes remaining. iRacing predicting 34 more laps. As we're going to catch up to the back end, the tail end of the iRacing pace car here tonight. Field will come to a crawl, and we will step away for a brief commercial break. Wow. Everything gets sorted out here at your second stage break. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back trackside here from Phoenix Raceway with all your green flag action.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. butt kicker. The future is feeling.
We got big time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame.
And we're going to cut that commercial break short as we head back. Green flag racing here at Phoenix Raceway. Ryan Johnson gets off to a great start. He was able to keep the race lead off of pit road during that stage break. We'll throw the timing and scoring back up there to the left-hand side of your screen for you so you can follow along just like we do. If you haven't already, drop these drivers that thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash the bell over there on the right-hand side to get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And you can really hear Ryan Johnson really working the car's throttle down there in Turn 1, and Sousey all over him now. Last week's race winner looks to make it another win in a row. Oh, in trouble, Ryan Johnson blows the motor. Ryan Johnson blows an engine. He's done. Oh my, what a turn of events, blowing the motor. Ryan Johnson may have forgot that he had a fifth gear. And you could really hear the engine and Ryan Johnson's machine really bouncing off of that rev limiter through turn 1 all throughout the night. Wonder if it was a, I'm going to keep it in fourth, and just the engine couldn't take it anymore and it expired here tonight. And that's going to have to put a lot of these Gen 6 class drivers on notice, on edge. Have they been pushing the envelope a little too much as well when it comes to running that fourth gear instead of running the fifth gear that is inside of these Gen 6 cars? Something that you got to get really accustomed to. So used to just having that fourth gear, and that'd be the high gear. But here in these Gen 6 Cup cars, in the Gen 6 cars in real life, you do have that fifth gear that you can go up to. And it looks like maybe Ryan Johnson should have been running that fifth gear a little bit sooner here tonight. He's going to take the top spot away with what iRacing says just 26 laps remaining here tonight. We are 100. We are 68 minutes in to tonight's 95-minute timed event. So the lap times are the stopwatch, I should say. The lap count doesn't matter. The stopwatch clicking down to the final moments of tonight's split decision racing into being the Triple Threat Series. You can still hear some of those drivers all over the chip down there in turn 1. We are going to step back from the battle at the front of the field. There you can see Kayla McCarthy. She's sitting in fourth. We'll take a look back now as Richard Reimmuller, your pole sitter, early dominator here tonight. He dominated that first stage. He has since fallen to the wayside. Reimmuller sits in sixth. Anderson, Klingbeil, they're going at it. That's for a spot on track 4 position. That's also for the lead of the Xfinity class here. Klingbeil looking to get up and grab a checkered flag for his respected series class here in Split Decision Racing's Triple Threat, brought to you by N2B. N2B coming on as one of the big title sponsors in this season, this year, for the Split Decision Racing Triple Threat Series. N2B, a medical device prototyping and consulting firm based out of Michigan, working with clients all throughout the entire development process. and specializing in providing the guidance you need to get through those gray areas, those regulatory issues that so many end up running into. If you're looking to improve a medical device or you've got an idea of your own, check out Into Being. "25 minutes remaining here tonight, and they say there's 24 more laps. I think they're going to go a little bit farther than that. Let's go back to the cheat sheet, check in, see how far off my guess for Dave's Dollars was here tonight. Drivers working on lap 129. Make that 130 here tonight from Phoenix Raceway. ISM hosting race number 5. Lieutenant Luke Smith has run well here all night. He's up 6 positions from where he started tonight's race, just inside of your top 10 in the 9th position. Thomas Deegan right there in the 28 truck. His Ford F-150 has seen some better days, and squeeze play. Driver into the outside wall. Tough break there. There you can see race leader working his way around some of the back markers, some of the lap traffic. Southie looks to step away from everybody, has almost a 1-second advantage over Lucas Gorton and Luke Smith right there in 3rd. And how about Susie up there in that top spot? That 81 has fired off and proved that you can drive through the field at Phoenix. Started 26 places back, all the way back outside of your top 25. Susie now leads the entire field. Kayla McCarthy on screen watching the 24 Exalta machine trying to get back up into one of the overall race podium positions, running 4th in the Gen 6 Cup class. She's got her Chevy ZL1 Camaro looking good here tonight, all cleaned up, no real damage on that 24. McCarthy just a little bit off pace, a tick slower on the lap count stopwatch, lap time stopwatch, but McCarthy runs well. Solid top 5 day for her. And how about the turnaround for the Into Being 88 sponsored Ford Mustang? Nate Johnson with some early troubles here tonight. He found himself 1 lap down, and it looks like he's going to have to try to defend that spot and try to keep himself on the tail end of the lead lap. Nate Johnson listed as the last driver on the lead lap. The race leader is closing in. Smith to the bottom of an Xfinity car. That's the 61 of Keith Fonseca. Fonseca has fallen off the pace and fallen off track after running in the 2nd spot in the Xfinity class for the majority of tonight's race. Nate Johnson going to peel to pit road, this time by Johnson going to give up his position on the lead lap. He'll fall one lap down as now Thomas Myers also listed one lap down. Dave Gilbert in the 7. He's about a half a lap down, so a good ways, good distance before we'll have to worry or see. Oh, man, that was close between the 11 and the 92 of Richard Ryan Mueller. We're going to see green flag pit stops once again. Looks like the majority of the field came down to pit road somewhere around the 112 to 115 mark. That was quite some time ago, as we are now down to just 20 minutes remaining in tonight's 95-minute timed event here for the Split Decision Racing into being Triple Threat Series. William Klingbeil still trying to get around Patrick Anderson, the 83, not able to get around the 99 to take over the top spot in the Xfinity class as John Humphrey in the 4 continues to lead that truck class. And after an extended stay down there on pit road, Ryan Johnson has somehow put some flex seal around the headers to hold that machine together. And he is back out there on track, multiple laps down, but still trying to fight and claw every point out of tonight's race here from Phoenix. Ryan Johnson sitting back in the 12th position, 2 laps down. And it's here in split decision racing, it's pretty hard to get yourself back on the lead lap. You're only going to get those wave arounds or lucky dogs when we have a stage break. No caution flags, no full course cautions unless there is a multiple car stack up or the track is pretty much blocked up with a racing incident. So it's very hard pressed to get yourself back on the lead lap unless it is just the good old-fashioned way with some tire strategy, with some great speed and pace out of the car. That's what you gotta do. So Ryan Johnson doesn't look like he's going to be able to gain too many more positions here tonight. He may be able to round out your top 10, but he is definitely going to be behind the 8 ball as respect to the rest of the drivers in that Gen 6 Cup class. We're down now under 17 minutes remaining here from Phoenix Raceway. Race number 5 for Split Decision Racing's into being Triple Threat Series. Dave Gilbert right there. You can see him in that 7 Reds Ford Mustang. He is one of the Cup drivers listed 1 lap down. Tyler Rush being the first driver 1 lap down. As Susie comes to pit road, the 81 going to give up the top spot to Lucas Gortman. Gortman going to stay out. He's going to try to extend this just a little bit, but I'm not sure anybody's going to have enough to make it all the way to the end of tonight's race. And have we seen a move from Thomas Myers? Myers in that 77. He was one of the first drivers to fall off the lead lap by coming to pit road at least 25 laps ago. Will that be enough of a short pit to gain the time and track position that he needs? It looks like he's going to be hard-pressed to gain that time, not able to get around the 27 of Tyler Rush, who came to pit road about 20 laps after. Or I apologize, that's Thomas Myers, and Myers does indeed lose a lap to Dave Gilbert, as Gilbert came to pit road about 20 laps after the fact. It looks like you're going to need a little bit more time on the track to gain those positions side by side. Between the 7 and 77, they'll go at it. For the second car in line for a lucky dog, should we see a late race full course caution? I don't suspect we'll see one. Richard Mueller to pit road. Luke Smith has taken over the race lead after drivers have come to pit road. Keith Fonseca getting by Michael Gitchell. That's going to be for 15th on the racetrack. As Gitchell going to go ahead and peel to pit road this time around. Luke Smith will head to pit road. That's going to leave the field in the hands, I believe, of Lucas Gortman. Gortman in the 17. There you can see him making his way off and out of turn number 1. He'll head through the dog leg and down to turn 3. Smith still down there on pit road. Just now into the big box. Right side goes up. Tires come off. Back down the car goes. Back around to the left side. Car in the air. On. Down. Gone. Smith looks to try to capitalize with a shorter pit stop and not gonna do so. Lucas Gortman takes over the race lead. Joshua Susi right there in that second position, just about 2.5 seconds back as Gortman pulled it off with a quick pit stop, just 9.5 seconds on to pit road. So maybe just a fuel only stop for that 17. He's going to be hard pressed to keep the 81 of Sousi right back behind him. If Susi got those fresh Goodyear tires, 2.5 seconds is absolutely no time, especially when dealing with lap traffic. Heavy lap traffic is now. The 99 of Patrick Anderson gonna fall a second lap down. Now we're left with just 9 drivers on the lead lap here in race number 5 for Split Decision Racing into being Triple Threat Series live from Phoenix. Smith starting to close in on Richard Mueller. Apologize, Mueller just laid down a fast time, and he put a couple of tits over top of Smith. Just under 12 minutes remaining now here as Patrick Anderson going to pull the 99 to pit road. William Klingbeil has taken over the race lead for the Xfinity class. When will he pull the pit road? He's yet to come to pit road for his final stop. Jeffrey Ramsdell right there. Ryan Johnson running in the 12th position as we watch Luke Smith go around the outside of William Klingbeil. Looks like Klingbeil trying to extend this green flag run. Possibly spend as little time on pit road as possible. Take maybe just a splash here. A couple of gallons of fuel just to get to the end. Will it be enough though? As Patrick Anderson does look like he had a Ford tire pit stop, and he is putting down some quick times here. We'll compare lap times. Race class leader William Klingbeil going to cross the line this time around with a 29.65. Let's check out the stopwatch. A 28.21 for Patrick Anderson on those fresher tires. Ooh, that's well over a second, about a second and a half to be exact, with just about 10 minutes remaining here. I don't know, man. It's going to be close. pit strategy for the 77 of Thomas Myers not quite working out the way that him and his crew chief discussed it and seen it going down. Myers listed 1 lap down, first and only driver 1 lap down in the 9th position is everybody else 2 laps or more down. William Klingbeil listed as 2 laps down right now, running. Last driver inside of the top 10, Ryan Johnson right there. Remember, Klingbeil will have to come to pit road. Johnson has already been to pit road. 97 of Jeffrey Remsdale also yet to come to pit road. So we may have a few of these Xfinity drivers trying to extend the run. And here he comes. There he is. That 99 of Patrick Anderson. He's going to get himself back on the same lap now as Klingbeil. Is it enough time to get himself all the way back to where he can fight for a position with that 83 of William Klingbeil, as we are now down under the 10-minute mark? And I'm just absolutely amazed at how long this 83 of William Klingbeil has been able to stay out on track. He last came to pit road under our latest stage break when we called when we flew the caution flag there at the 60-minute mark. That is a long, long time on some very, very old tires. We'll take one more last glimpse in with the lap count. Let's see, 163 laps. I don't know. I think they're actually going to get more than 5 laps in here. So my pick actually a little low. What looked like it may be an overshoot on the amount of pit stop, on the amount of laps that these drivers were able to put in. Looks like they got it a little bit wrong. Joshua Soucy going back to the top spot, grabbing the position away from Lucas Gortman. Gortman tried, but it did not pan out. Just a handful of minutes remaining, and Lucas Gortman's strategy would have panned out. Luke Smith now sits in third, fourth place. Richard Reinmuller and Caleb McCarthy rounds out your top 5. We'll go back, check out the 92 and the 10. They're going at it for the 3rd position on the track. Reinmuller with older tires, but getting a little bit more performance and speed out of them at this juncture in this green flag run for these next Gen 6 Cup class drivers. It's been a tough road trying to reacclimate yourself to a brand new car and be competitive, be fast week in, week out. And I can't tip my cap enough to these split decision racing drivers, because they have come in and mirrored some of the best lap times that I've seen in these Gen 6 cars. Doing a fine job here tonight. Richard Reinmuller looks to walk away with an overall podium spot. Can he grab a position away from the Fast Ford? The Crush 10 of Luke Smith running in 3rd. 97 of Jeffrey Ramsdale down from pit lane. He comes back off and onto the track. He'll get up to speed and continue his top 20 run right now. He's sitting back in the 18th position as Vinny Tabby just went by him. We are on the cusp of 90 minutes into tonight's 95-minute timed event. 5 minutes now remaining. Can Sousey keep himself up there in that top spot and keep Lucas Gortman behind him with a 3-second advantage? I don't think that's going to be any sort of problem. Luke Smith sitting another 4 seconds back off of him as the battle between Smith and Reimmuller continues to rage on. You know what? I think I seen something. Did I see it? Did I see it? That's all I want to know. Is it there? Here we go. Oh, on camera here. Let's go above the car. See if we can't take a look at what's on the hood here of Michael Hayward in that 12 Ford. Doesn't look like we have a clear camera shot of it, so we'll jump right back to the drivers at the front of the field. Let's jump back with your race leader, Joshua Sousey, as he continues to lead tonight's race. Only 4 minutes now remaining. How many more laps can they get? And well, it's not cheating if you leave it up there, right? Let's go ahead back to the old school ticker coming back across the screen there for you. You can follow along just like we always do. Race leader Joshua Sousey has 3.3 seconds over Lucas Gortman. Luke Smith back there running in the third spot. Overall, field dominated at the front by these Gen 6 Cup cars. And Patrick Anderson, I believe he's done it. Patrick Anderson gonna come back and end up taking the Xfinity class lead right now in just the final few moments of tonight's race. We've got 3 minutes remaining out of the 95-minute timed event, and what a run there for that 99 of Patrick Anderson. He sits in 11th. Can he make it back into a top 10? Side by side, the 18 truck goes to the inside with your race leader, your Gen 6 Cup class leader. The 81 of Joshua Sousey getting the job done here tonight. He's got himself quite a bit of a distance now. That gap back to Lucas Gortman, knocking on the door of 4.5 seconds as we are now down to just 2.5 minutes remaining into tonight's race. How many more laps will these drivers be able to put in? You can see that lap count already knocking on the door of 180 laps, so doesn't look like anybody would have won this week's Dave's Dollars check-in next Friday night when we head to Pocono Raceway. Let's see if anybody's out there on the chat that can, or that thinks they can win Dave's Dollars. You gotta put it down, make it official in the YouTube chat to let us know so we can look back and make sure that you got the right lap count and you get the money to the right people. And whoa, Sousey with some trouble. Almost around through turn number 3 with less than 60 seconds remaining. He's going to get at least one more lap out of this thing because we've still got 30 seconds remaining. He's going to cross the line and put us on the white flag final lap this time around. Looks like the boss man does have that white flag in hand, so it will be no. Looks like we may get the one to go this time around. there is your 95-minute timed event, all 95 minutes off of the stopwatch. Checkered flag flies as the 81 of Joshua Susi makes his way around the track. He's going to walk away with another race-winning performance, make it back to back for that 81 of Susi. Looks like also Patrick Anderson's going to grab that Xfinity class win, while John Humphrey walks away with the win in the trucks. Crazy great racing action all night long here from the Split Decision Racing Into Being Triple Threat Series. And as your class drivers get towards the front of the field to give some of the fans some autograph and photo opportunities, we're going to step away for a brief commercial break, get things set up and ready to go trackside in your post-race interviews. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. And back trackside at the completion of race number 5 here with Split Decision Racing's Into Being Triple Threat Series. Man, what a barn burner it was. What a race we had amongst multiple different drivers in multiple different classes, obviously, because we've got 3 of them out there on track all at one time. The Gen 6 cars, the Xfinity cars in the Truck Series. And I tell you what, why don't we see if we can't catch up, have a few words with one of the drivers that walked away with a class win here tonight. Let's see if we can't dial up and have a few words with the driver inside the Ford truck, John Humphrey. It's Dave in the booth. You got your ears on? Hey, bud, how you doing? How you feeling after walking away with a class win here tonight from Phoenix? Smooth and no issues. That's always a good thing here. So, uh, correct me if I'm wrong here, John, but newcomer this season to the Triple Threat Series, missed the first 2 races, but I believe this is your first time to Victory Lane. Am I right? All right. Well, now that you've been to Victory Lane in the trucks, we do know some promotions are coming in the next, I believe, 2 weeks, or when those promotions will take place. Are you looking to move up to the Xfinity cars, or are you happy to stay right here in the trucks? I hear you, my man. Well, again, congratulations. Job well done here tonight in race number 5 from ISM Raceway here under the desert sun. Before we let you go and enjoy this race win, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home? Well, all right, John, my man. Until next time, we'll see if we can catch up with you at Pocono. All right, there you have it. Truck class winner, John Humphrey, going to walk away with a little bit of hardware. He'll capture the flag in the truck class, and that's going to move us right along. Let's see if we can't dial up and have a few words with the driver walking away with the Xfinity class win. And Patrick Anderson, it's Dave. You got me? Man, how you feeling after a great solid night here at Phoenix?
Got my second win of the season. It's awesome. Took me racing all last year to just make finishes, and now like this year I'm coming on hard. So it's good. I'm you know
Well, walk us through a little bit of tonight's race for us, if you will. For the majority of the night, it seemed like you were in that top spot in the Xfinity class. There for a moment, you kind of gave up that spot as drivers extended the fuel run. Was there any concern at any point in time that you weren't going to be able to get back to the top spot in this Xfinity class?
Yeah, a little bit. My teammate Ramsdell, he was saving fuel on that last stage, and um, he was telling me like where he was sitting with fuel, and when he uh when he realized he couldn't make it, then that made me start feeling a lot better that that the 83 would have to pit, and and I took 4 tires, so I was turning down fast laps. I ran my fastest laps at the end after I made that pit stop, and um, after I knew that he wasn't going to be able to make it, I was just trying to turn fast laps, and I knew I'd come out with the lead, because I pit from the lead.
Well, sometimes it's just better to kind of stay the course, be patient, and that's exactly what you and the crew did here tonight. So again, Patrick, congratulations on the Xfinity class win, second of the season. We'll see if you can't make it another one and have some back-to-back podium interviews here when we head to Pocono next week. But before all that's done, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous?
Just like my teammates, tonight. It's me, Jeff Ramsdell, Richard Crane in the Xfinity. Our truck driver couldn't make it tonight. Lucas Smith in the Cup. We got a good, solid team put together. Got to thank those guys. My wife for letting me do this. And then, my sponsor on my car. That's my sister was diagnosed with the lung disease, and so I had Turtle paint up this car, and that is like the Lamb Foundation, and that's just, the cause. So it's awesome to get my second win in that car. Uh, so that's about it.
Absolutely. We'd have to agree with that, Patrick. Well, again, my man, congratulations on walking away with the second checkered flag so far this year. And we'll see if you can't make it again happen at Pocono. Until then, man, enjoy this one.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. You have a good one.
All right, there you have it. Patrick Anderson walking away with the Xfinity Class win, second time this season. Will he make it back-to-back performances when we head to Pocono? We'll have to wait to see how all of that shakes out, and that's going to go ahead and bring us to your overall race winner, your Cup Class winner. We talked to him last week. We'll talk to him again this week. Josh, it's Dave. You got me?
I got you, man.
Well, that's back-to-back podium interviews, and man, do I need to make you a permanent seat up here?
Let's go for it, man. That's back to back to back.
Oh, 3 in a row. Are you counting Bristol?
Nah,
No.
Bristol don't count.
I was going to say, no, I don't remember running into you at Bristol.
Nope, I skipped that one.
Well, my man, a three-peat then on a tear so far this season. You made up a ton of ground through tonight's race. What happened to you there for qualifying?
Just went down into 3, and the rear end jumped out from under me, and the only thing I could have done was try to reset, and I didn't have enough time to reset, get an out lap, and get a flyer. So I was like, well, I guess I'm starting from the back, and let's see if I can come from the rear end to the front and maybe set a record or something.
I'm not sure if you set a record for passes on the racetrack, but definitely an impressive run from the tail end of the field all the way up through into the top spot. And not just grabbing the top spot at the end there, Josh. I mean, you grabbed it with a lot of time still left on the stopwatch. Once you got up there to the top 3, how convinced were you that you were going to get those next 2?
I was confident I could get up to second. I wasn't sure what Ryan's game plan was, if he was trying to save tire or if he was just riding or if I had a little more speed than him. Once I got up to second, he seemed to pick up the pace a little bit. It was either that or I burned my stuff up getting up to him, but I think he had a little bit more pace than what he was showing. And in that first run, I actually wasn't going to pit or at least try not to. And then I ended up having to because I practically blew the right front. I guess you could say it was at 0%. I was lucky to keep it out of the wall. I know a couple other guys weren't so lucky and they smacked the wall. So I learned from that, and it's like, this last stage, it's going to be, do we try to push it or do we try to pit halfway through? And I was talking it over with my teammate, and he told me the ground he made up in the first stage, pitting halfway through, and I was like, I think that's going to be the play here. I don't think we're going to be able to make it on fuel.
Yeah, fuel strategies definitely coming into play during that first segment of the race, as well as the last segment of the race. Fuel mileage kind of went out the window there during that second stage, but nonetheless, you and your crew chief and teammates calling it right, calling it correct, getting you to the front, keeping you up there, walking away with your third race win. So, Josh, you know how this goes. Before we let you enjoy tonight's race win, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home?
Yeah, big shout out to Turtle Shell Motorsports here. I think we had a pretty solid night. 2 podiums, and 1 guy just missed out on the podium, so we can't complain about that at all. We had a really good run, and I want to thank Tyler again for bringing me on the team and hooking me up with this sweet paint scheme and hooking up my crew guys over here with this sweet paint scheme. Everyone in the league, the admins, do a great job. I mean, Phoenix not having any cautions, but the stage race, 3 different cars on the track at the same time. What more can you ask for? That's pretty cool in my eyes. Everyone did a great job. Speed Demon setups as always. Glad I could represent them, get them another win underneath that banner. And my beautiful girlfriend sitting on the couch behind me watching this. I dedicate this one to her. And we'll wrap this up and put her on the hauler and get ready for next week.
All right, my man. Well, again, congratulations on the win tonight, and we'll see if you can do it again next week at Pocono.
Look forward to trying.
All right, there you have it. Joshua, happy with the way things ran here tonight. Happy with the three-peat. He's going to look to make it 4 Gen 6 race-winning performances in a row when we head back to the track next Friday night at Pocono Raceway. I can assure you that's going to be another barn burner of a little night. and it is going to be another 3-turn track. That's right, the Tricky Triangle next week. But big time tip of the cap to tonight's overall race winner and your Gen 6 class winner, the 81 of Joshua Sousey. What a run, what a show each and every Friday night. These drivers putting it all out there, laying it all on the line. We've seen one driver here tonight that we're accustomed to at the front pop the engine late in the race. Ryan Johnson had trouble. More drivers had trouble as well. Last week's truck class winner, Jorge Canales, he had some trouble. He fell way back through the running order. So it's tough to repeat. And we'll see how many more times we can have some repeat drivers up here in the post-race interviews. And with producers hitting those buttons in the background, you know the music, you know the tunes and the sounds. It's time to go ahead and run down tonight's unofficial race results. Walking away with the overall win here tonight. That belongs to the 81 of Joshua Sousey, as Lucas Gortman going to finish back in second. Third place to Caleb McCarthy. Tyler Rush brings the 27 home in the fourth spot, and rounding out your top 5, the 35 of Andy Turner. Luke Smith, Richard Ryan Mueller, back to Dave Gilbert, Thomas Myers, and Ryan Johnson round out your top 10. Patrick Anderson in 11th, 12th place to Michael Gitchell. William Klingbeil walks away in 13th. 14th tonight is John Humphrey. Josh McKinney back in 15th. 16th to Ken Fonseca. Jeffrey Ramsdell finishes race number 5 back in 17th. 18th tonight goes to Vinny Tabby. 19th on track, Josh Beaver. Thomas Teagan, Nate Johnson back in 21st, 22nd to Matt Cobb. Jorge Canales back in 23rd, 24th tonight goes to Michael Hayward. Richard Crane rounds out your top 25. 47 of Justin Gibbs finishes back in 26th. 37 of Mark Ackerman gonna walk away 27th, 28th tonight belongs to John Nichols. 29th on track, Adam Benefield. Nathan Manwaring back in 30th. 31st and final finishing spot here tonight belongs to the 22 of Chris Wheeler. Big tip of the cap and salute to the race admin and control official here tonight. That is Adam Taylor. Well, that's it. That's all she wrote. That's all there is, race fans. We're going to go ahead and pack up the bags and get ready to head cross country. We're going to go ahead and head to Pocono Raceway. We'll be waiting for you there. What a run here tonight. If you haven't already, remind yourself, remind your friends, remind your family to help continue to push this strong. Drop these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. And well, until then, my friends, stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and next time we'll meet you in Turn 3.